what's going on, guys? CaveNinjas here. Today I'm going to be making a thumbnail tutorial video for you guys so you guys can make some sick thumbnails. The very beginning here I'm going to be super quick, only because I just want to get this done and I want to make sure that you guys know how to do this, because I go on YouTube all the time and I see so many YouTubers that are small like me that don't have good thumbnails and they can't really show off the quality of their videos based on their thumbnails. So let me get into it, guys. Basically I'm making this because a friend needed help on how to make thumbnails, and I want to make this tutorial for him and I want to make it for you guys. So let's get into it. First off, I'm going to be using Adobe Photoshop Elements 15. It's only $60 at Best Buy. It's such a good price. So let's jump right on into it. I'm going to slow down here a bit. So we're going to be using this. It's the Adobe Photoshop Elements 14. Get the 15 though, that's the newest one. But I've seen 15 and it's the exact same as this one, just minor tweaks. So let's get into it, guys. First off, whenever I was looking up thumbnail tutorials, I just wanted to know, what should I do right away? What is the first thing you need to learn when making a thumbnail? And that is, when you open up the program, okay, and it needs to be this program because this program is so cheap and it works so well. It's such a great program. So what you're going to do at the very beginning, right, is you're going to go up to File, all right? See that little File button? And don't worry about anything else. Don't let anything else confuse you. You're going to go to New, and then you're going to go to Blank File. All right? And on the Blank File screen, you're going to see a name. You're able to name your picture, okay, or your thumbnail. You can name it whatever you want. In this particular video, I believe that I name it Call of Duty Video, you know, because I'm keeping it original here on the CaveNinjas channel. So guys, if you want to take a screenshot of this screen right now, that'd probably be good, or maybe, you know, take a picture of it on your phone so you know. So you want to set this to custom, okay? And then you're going to want to set this to whatever it says on the screen. I can't really see it very well, sorry about that, but I know you guys are going to be able to see it well. Okay, right, so then you're going to want to set the width to 1250, I believe. I think it's 1250. And then the height, you get the point. You see what I'm looking at. You're going to want to put it to pixels, right? So you want to put it at pixels, nothing else. You want to put the other one at pixels, nothing else. You want to make sure it's in pixels. And then with this, just put it at 300, and you want it to pixels to inches. You don't want pixels to centimeters. Honestly, I don't know if it really matters, but this is how I learned it. So, and listen, I make great thumbnails, I think. I think my thumbnails are pretty good. And just do this, right? So basically, whenever you open this up, guys, if you don't know what to do right here, just put all the settings and all the numbers to what I have them on this screen. Because once you do this one time, you'll never have to do it again, right? There's nothing you won't have to ever mess with this again. You just need to do it once. It's the size of the thumbnails for YouTube, and then you're golden, right? So you put the name, you get all that good stuff, and boom, you're golden. You never have to worry about having the right settings and the right measurements for your thumbnails, right? So just save your plate or save your template or whatever for this, and you click OK. Boom. So now we have a blank template to work with when we're making our thumbnail, okay? Looks like a checkerboard. It's super simple, okay? So, what is the next thing you want to do, right? Because I was watching tutorials, and in my mind, I want to make this how my mind works, I guess, and hopefully your guys' is too. So once you get to this, well, how do I add a picture, you know? I want to have a background to my thumbnail, okay? So, once again, don't worry about all the crazy stuff yet. I'm going to get to that, right? So let's just do the basics. So you created a template for your thumbnail, and now you're grabbing a background. So I just typed in Call of Duty background, okay? Went to images, and I was looking at some of them, their measurements, and none of them were really ideal, but I decided I would just go with this Modern Warfare 2 picture. I believe this is Modern Warfare 2. It might be Modern Warfare 3, but I think it's Modern Warfare 2, okay? So you're just going to go down to Save Image As, and what I suggest for you guys is don't just type in random letters for the title of your save, because it really helps with organization if you actually title it. You know, just take the time to title it. I put TN for thumbnail because, you know, just abbreviate. You don't even really have to put Call of Duty. You can just put COD, you know, whatever you want to do, whatever works for you, right? So now that you've saved the picture, what do you do next, right? So you're going to go up into the left-hand corner, okay? And it's going to say Open. You're going to click that, and basically your computer is going to pop up. where all your saved stuff is. So you could go to Documents, you could go to Downloads, but the best place to go is All My Files. And the reason why is because it's going to show you what you saved today, what you saved in the past 30 days. Here's some of my stuff. In October, September, August, July, it's going to show you guys what you saved on what day. So it makes it a lot easier to just make sure you're grabbing what you actually saved that day. So once you have the picture, it's almost like you're opening up a new tab in a window, right, on Internet Explorer. So you have your blank template, and then you have your picture, okay? So what do you do with your picture? Well, you want to make sure, go up in your left-hand corner again, is that don't worry about these guys that I just clicked on those three. Just worry about that one that I did the little squiggly with, right? This is the select. So you're going to grab the photo and you're going to drag it, and then you drop it, okay? So you grab the photo, you never let go until you get into that, and it'll automatically go to your template, and you just plop it on, okay? So you could do this, right, to get to the right template size. You could just drag it out and stuff like that, but once you know the way I'm about to show you, it's a lot faster to do it this way, right? So this is what you do. You make sure that your photo is selected, okay? And like I said, make sure that you have the little select option chosen, okay? So you're going to go up to Image, all right? Yeah, I'm making sure you guys know what to select it, okay? Go up to Image, go down to Transform. And this is really important, guys. This is going to help you a ton when you're making thumbnails, especially for the background, okay? Actually, primarily for the background. I don't want you to worry about that one. I don't want you to worry about that one. And I don't want you to worry about that one. You don't even got to think about them. All you need to know is skew, okay? When you click skew, the bottom of the program is going to change, all right? You're going to be able to see the width of your picture, the length of your picture, and what you're going to be able to do is highlight it, and you can type in custom widths and lengths. So you can do whatever you want, right? So at first, I think I try 125 or something like that. Let's see what I do here. 120, yeah. So see how it was just a bit off, right? It's not the full template, so I had it up it just a bit. So I think I put it to 125 or something like that. Maybe 122 is what I put it at. Perfect. See? So now it looks good, right? Now I'm gonna be honest with you. This background is a bit blurry, and it's not something I would use in a thumbnail. But I'm just using this as an example. It's a bit blurry. So whenever you look, it's kind of an experiment. You go on the internet, you download pictures, and you see if they're gonna show up blurry as the background or not. In this particular case, it's a bit blurry, but honestly, when you look at it on a computer screen once the final product is done, you can't tell the blurriness. You can only tell in the program really well. So we've got the background, right, guys? We've got the background. It's that simple, all right? And I'm going to go back through what I did there later on in the video so you guys know what I'm talking about, so you can really, double solidify it in your mind. So we've got the background. We can exit out of that other tab because we don't need it. And over on the right-hand side, as you can see where my cursor is at, we have layers of our picture, okay? Think of it like an onion. You've got layer 1, which is our template, which we don't have to worry about because we're really, truly now our template is this background of Modern Warfare 2 or 3, one of the two, not for sure, okay? So let's say you're like, all right, I've got the background. Now I want to add a title. So you're going to go to the draw, right over there on the left-hand side, and you're going to click the little T, right? And now, once you click it, your cursor is going to be able to drop a text box, okay? You can go down to the bottom of the program. Once again, you can choose your font. You can choose the color of your letters. You can choose basically everything. The size. You can bold it. You can underline it. You can make it italic. You can center it. You can, put it to the left, put it to the right. You can change its color. So in this particular case, I'm going to change it to green. I'm going to make the font a bit small at first. And the reason I do that is because if you start out really big, then it goes off screen and you can't tell what you're typing. So I always make it small at the very beginning. So I type out Call of Duty, and I put Modern Warfare Remastered, but I change it later on in the video to Modern Warfare 2 because I realize Modern Warfare Remastered doesn't really make sense in this example. But anyway, excuse me for my stupidity. So once you have that, you just highlight it if you want to change the font. You go to the fonts, you can make it bigger. So I look right here, I drag it, and I see that it's still too big. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to change the font. So I double click it, automatically highlights, go down to the font again, and I'm going to make it a bit smaller. Okay? Boom, perfect. So, and once again, guys, I'm not doing fancy thumbnails right now. I'll explain more to do more fancy stuff later on in the video. I'm just doing the super basics right now. So we have a title. We have a background. and we have a title for your thumbnail, for your video. The thing that people are going to see first before they even watch your video, which is super, super important when it comes to getting views on YouTube. And I know I'm not really one to talk because I only have 76 subscribers, but I know what it takes to be successful. There's just so many people on YouTube that do put out great quality videos that it's hard to get noticed, you know? Okay, so right over here, I'm just kind of showing you guys that whenever you go to your layer, you can click on the text, you can change the way your letters look, you can make them horizontal, you can make them vertical. I personally, obviously, am always going to have them horizontal. Vertical letters are kind of hard to read and it's weird, and I really want to do that, to be honest with you. So once we've done this, like I said, we've got our background and we have our title. Now, let's say we want to add something, right? Let's say we want to add a picture, we want to add, you know, maybe like some sort of picture, maybe a gun, right? So let's say we want to add the ACR, okay? Let's say we had a really good game on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and we used the ACR, and we got a nuke, and we're super pumped, and we want to put it on YouTube. So I just typed in ACR Modern Warfare 2, went to images, and because it's an old game, there's tons of pictures. So the very first one, we're not actually going to use this one, and I'm going to explain why. So you see how it's checkered like our template was? That's because a lot of pictures are actually pre-made for Photoshop. So this picture was already made for Photoshop. Someone probably made this and then they uploaded it to Google or something like that, you know, YouTube. They put it on a social media website, whatever, and it's now on Google, and you can literally just take that picture and just drag it over and it will just be the gun in the hands. But I want to show you guys how you take a picture. Okay, so we're actually going to use this one right here. I want to show you guys how you take a picture and how you actually crop the gun out of the picture. And this is going to be so useful for so many different things, not just cropping guns out of pictures, but you can crop anything out of pictures. You can crop people out of pictures, you can crop scenes, you can crop, you know, nuclear explosions, which I'm going to show later on in the video. You can crop anything you want out of a picture with this program, and it's super, super easy. Whenever I very first got into this, I thought it was going to be super complicated and hard to figure this out, but honestly, it's so easy. So what you're going to do is you save the picture, you go to open, and I'm going to go to all my files. It shows it right there automatically, but you know what, I'm just going to do that just, you know, for the sake of it, because sometimes it doesn't, right? So today, we've got this picture. Perfect. So we have our main background and title right there, and then we have the picture that we want to crop this gun out of, okay? So this is what we're going to do. There are 4 buttons up in the left-hand corner. That's your select button, so you can drag, select things. I don't want you to worry about either of those two that I just went on right there, right? All I want you to worry about is the one that one right there, right, and the cursor one. So whenever you click this, it's basically like a magic tool. It's pretty awesome, actually, okay? So this is how you're going to crop things out of your photos. So we have subtract and we have add, okay? And then we have new. I don't want you to worry about new. Don't even click on new. Just worry about add and subtract, okay? And this is a good way to explain it, is that when you're adding something, you're adding what you want in your new picture, and when you're on subtract, you're subtracting what you don't want in your new picture, okay? So it's pretty simple. Obviously, you can see to your right, you have the brush settings. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. But let's say that right here, it's a bit too small. You're like, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get every little detail of that gun. So what you're going to do is you're going to go right over here in the bottom left-hand corner. As you can see, you're going to highlight that 100% and you can customize it. So 200% enter. Makes it bigger, okay? So now it's more easy to see, it's more easy to get all the details, and it's going to be a lot more easy to crop out of that picture, okay? So let's click add, right? And let's make our brush size just a bit bigger. Like I said, there's the brush settings. You're going to make it just a bit bigger, okay? So now you have a bigger brush, and this is how it's going to work. It's super, super easy, and it's such an awesome way to crop things out of pictures. It's so easy. So what you're going to do is it automatically does it for you. All you have to do is just kind of drag and click around. So see this? Boom. It's already cropping it, right? It already automatically lines it up, and sometimes it gets a bit tricky, like you're going to see right here, right? So boom, it just cropped the entire arm into our new picture. And that's because they're similar colors, but that's okay. So let's say you don't want this arm, okay? Let's say this arm is not what you want in your thumbnail. Let's say you just want the gun. Obviously, I'm going to want the arm, but I'm just going to show you guys. So you're going to go to subtract, okay? And you're just going to subtract this back, okay, back onto the gun. And you're going to be able to see the lines. The lines are going to go back on the gun. As you can see, some of it messed up, and I'm going to have to fix a few things, right? So we have the arm out, and I'm going to go back to add. I'm going to add the parts of the gun that kind of went back, and sometimes this is a process. You have to go back and forth, but it gets easier as you go. You can even, you can make it bigger. You can make the picture bigger. You can even make your brush tool smaller, things like that. So once we have this gun actually all highlighted with this white dotted line, okay, that represents what you're going to be cropping out of the picture, that white dotted line is. So whatever the white dotted line is outlining, that is what you're going to be getting out of that picture, okay? So, now for this example, I really do want the arm, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to add the arm back on, okay? So I'm going to make the brush size just a bit bigger so it's faster. I'm going to crop this in really quick to make sure that we get the arm in this, right? So you can see what I'm doing here. And see, if you can look down in the corner, you can see like between the arm and the gun, there's a bit of sand, It automatically already knows that you don't want that because of the color, right? It's basically like, okay, you want this in the picture and you don't want the sand, right? It just automatically knows that because it's dope. It's like the coolest thing ever. It's super, super easy to use this thing. It's like mind-blowingly easy. It's like anybody could do it. Like literally a kindergartner could figure this out in 5 minutes. It's so simple. So I'm going to go to 400 just so I can get a bit more detail, right? So you see how I missed that hand a bit right there? I make the brush size a bit smaller. I zoom in and I can really get the very, very edge of that hand. Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm doing? And guys, don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect because whenever you actually put it on your thumbnail, people aren't going to be able to notice the little bit of rock that you accidentally missed. People aren't going to notice that. Those things are not noticeable. And I'm also going to show you how you can make the gun look even better here in just a second when it comes to outlining the gun and making it look even sharper, because whenever you Photoshop something, the edges are going to be a bit choppy here and there, but you can fix that easily with what I'm going to show you here in just a bit. So I'm going to go back to 100. So we have our gun and our hand outlined. Nothing else. That's it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down. Do you see in the bottom there it says redefine edge? See that? Okay. We're going to click redefine edge. Don't worry about those two things ever. Don't even think about them. Redefine edge. Okay? So, and don't worry about any of these settings. Don't worry about any of that. Literally, it automatically does everything for you. You're going to click that and you're going to go to new layer. It's really important that you click new layer. That is the only one that works well, okay? So you're going to click new layer. Okay. Boom. You see? Now we just have the gun. That's it. With the checkerboard. We don't have any of the background. We're going to go back to our select tool and look. Boom. It's only the gun. So we're going to grab it and we're going to drag it over. It's automatically going to go to that. And then boom, we're going to plop it down. Perfect. So now that we have it, we're going to resize it to make it look a bit bigger, a bit better, for the thumbnail. We're going to kind of put it in the corner so you can't see the edges and things like that. So boom, now we have the gun, okay? There it is. Perfect. All right. Now, what are we at? Okay, so the gun is a bit dark, the background's a bit dark, and the gun's not just popping. It's not popping, we don't got that pop action, right? This is what we're going to do. We are going to go to draw. Yes, I believe draw. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to draw, right? You're going to click on the paintbrush tool. Okay, this paintbrush tool is going to help you a lot whenever you're making images look just sharper and better, So what you're going to do is this is the color. That determines the color right down there. I kind of show you an example that you can draw anywhere you want on the picture. I'm just going to go to Edit, Undo Brush Tool. If you ever mess up, you can just go to Edit, Undo Brush Tool, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to change the colors. I'm going to change it to white. As you can tell in a lot of really big YouTubers like T. Martin Allier, Chaos X Silencer, Prestigious Key, all those guys, they always highlight their guns white, right? And if you wanted to know how to do that, well, you're about to learn. So you're going to take the brush tool, right? And I'm going to show one more time that you can draw anywhere, right? And it's going to show up white. Okay, so I'm just going to do Edit, Undo Brush Tool, and this is what we're going to do. We're just going to outline the gun. And don't think about it too much. Just outline it, It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, this is a thumbnail, right? People don't pay attention to every little detail. So I'm just going to take that, and I'm just going to outline it. And if you mess up, you know, you can undo brush tool and just do it again. It's no big deal. But I promise you that if you just don't think about it and you just do it, you just follow the lines, you just do it, it's going to look good. It doesn't have to look perfect, I promise. Like, making it look perfect is basically impossible, and people don't notice it, right? So, I'm going. Gonna go up this little scope here. Doodle-boop. Okay, perfect. So, we're almost done with this. I missed a spot right there. I just kind of fill it in, whatever. Like I said, it don't have to be perfect. No, ain't nobody paying attention to that little crap. What they're paying attention to is just if the gun is popping, right? So we're going to outline it white, and now look. Our gun is popping out of that picture now. Now the background is not so, best way to put it. Basically, the ACR isn't blending in with the background as much now. Now we've got that nice outline. It makes it look crisp. It makes it look sharp, and it makes the gun pop, which is what we want, okay? So now let's say we've got the gun, we got the background, we got the title. Now let's say you got a nuclear, right? So you got a nuclear, a Modern Warfare 2, you're pumped, you want to put this on YouTube. Boom, we're going to look up nuclear logo. Okay, sick. Now I'm going to show you guys, if you do find a picture that's already Photoshop ready, how easy it is, okay? So we've got the checkered in the background, we know it's Photoshop ready, okay? So this image, we don't even have to crop it. We can just drag that image immediately, and there's going to be no background. It's just going to be that image, which is dope. So we're going to go to Save Image As. We're going to save it as, I think I save it as Nuclear Logo Thumbnail. So we're going to save that, right? Then we're going to just go right back into the program. Going to minimize this thing. I probably could have minimized this a bit easier and faster, but, you know, whatever. Who cares? Okay, so we've got the image. Now, we're back on the program. We're going to go to Open. Right? Make sure you go back to the select tool so you're not, you know, accidentally coloring shit. So you're going to go to Open, right? You're going to go to All My Files, Today, boom, there's the nuclear logo. You're going to pop it up. As you can see, there's tabs. We don't need this tab anymore. We're going to exit out of it. Now listen, you could save it if you want. If you knew you were going to use that gun again, you could save it. But I'm probably never going to use the ACR gun again, so I click Don't Save because I'm just not going to mess with it, okay? So perfect. So we're going to go over to this nuclear logo, I believe. Boom, there it is. We're going to just grab it, right? Make sure you have the select tool. You're going to grab it, and you're just going to drag it over and plop it down. Now, it's massive. Whoa, holy cow. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring it down. You guys learn this stuff in school. I really do think that, like, most of you guys, like, once you actually start doing this, you'll see that it's super, super easy. It really is. It's like making thumbnails is super, super easy, and I feel like people have this thought that it's like super hard to make a thumbnail, but I promise you it's like so easy. I'm going to show you how easy it really is and how fast you can just do crazy stuff at the end of this video. So once you have the nuclear logo, boom, you're like, okay, cool, we got the title, we got the gun outlined, we got our nuclear logo, sick, man. Everyone's going to be like, holy crap, this guy got a nuclear on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, better click on that shit, right? That's the goal anyway. We got some clickbait action going on. No, but seriously. Alright, so let's say you got the logo, right, and you're like, alright, you know what, I want to add some spice to this shit. I want to add some badass nuclear explosion, right? I spell explosion wrong because I typed like an idiot. So I'm looking through, I'm like, okay, what's going to be easy to crop? I'm looking, I'm like, I think this one right over here, boom, let's crop it. Poof, click on it, boom, it's super easy. You click on it, you save image as, just like anything else. I'm going to save it as nuclear explosion, I think so. Yeah. And then with the thumbnail, right? Save that action. We're going to go back to the program. Super easy, guys. Minimize out of that. You click back onto the program. You got everything golden. You go to Open. You go to All My Files, Today. You click on the nuke. All right, now we're going to exit out of this nuke because we don't need that thing anymore. Don't matter. Get it out of here. All right, now for this, we're going to, we're going to zoom this thing in because honestly, it's a bit small. And, I wanted to show you guys right here, right? So this is why you want to crop stuff. You don't want to just have this thing just sitting here with, like, that background. It just looks like crap. You got, like, the square going on with it, and it's just disgusting, you know? You want to make your stuff look good, so you want to crop your stuff out, you know? You don't want these, like, weird edges going on within your thumbnail. So we're going to zoom this in, right? So now we've got it zoomed in. I'm going to just go up just a bit so we can get most of it. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to Add, you know? We're going to go to that sweet little magic tool. I'm going to make the brush tool a bit bigger. And guys, once again, like, you guys can totally just come back and watch this video if something doesn't make sense to you. But we're going to be outlining our fire broccoli right here. It literally looks like broccoli to me. I don't know why, but it definitely does. So see how fast this is? This isn't sped up or anything. It's super easy, guys. You just go boop, 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 and it's done. Boom. I got it. Perfect. Then what I'm going to do is once I got all that, I'm going to go back to Select. Or maybe not. No, I don't. Never mind. Going to go to redefine edge. We're going to go to new layer. Once you click new layer, boom. Then you're going to click OK, and boom. Now, only that explosion is in the picture. Perfect. So we don't have that background anymore. We're going to make it back to normal. So this is what it looks like now. Then we're going to go back to the select tool. Now we're going to the select tool. Okay. We're going to go to the select tool. We're going to grab our picture. We're going to drag it over, and boom. Now we've got it on our thumbnail, which is perfect. Now, here's the thing. This is the thing about making thumbnails. Sometimes it don't look good. You know, you have this idea and you're like, man, this is going to look dope. And then you do it and it looks retarded, right? So let's say this explosion is over the top of your logo and you're not liking it. You just right click, you go bring to back. It's super, super simple. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I'm like, wow, this just looks terrible. This looks like a piece of, orange broccoli sticking out of this nuclear logo. And I'm just like, hey, this is looking bad. I'm trying to think like, I knew I was going to, I was filming this knowing I was going to make a tutorial video, and I was like, hey, this looks so stupid. So I figured this would be a good kind of chance to tell you guys that sometimes, you're going to think of something in your mind and you're going to think it looks sick, but then you actually make it and it looks really stupid. So you just change it up, right? So I was like, all right, I'm going to go put the nuclear logo over here. That took it all the way back behind the background. Don't really know why it did that, and then, oh, crap. So what if this happens? What if, oh crap, all your stuff is missing all of a sudden? You just go over here to the right hand corner, you have all your layers right here, and you just need to drag them back into the right corner. So the background is over everything, boom, I bring it to the back, and now all my stuff is back. I'm pretty sure that made sense to you guys. How I just said it may not have made sense, but what you saw on the screen probably made sense to you guys. So now you have your nuclear logo, it's behind the gun. I'm going to show you guys just real quick, like if you want to take the nuclear logo and put it on the gun, boom, so it's in front of the gun, now it's behind the gun. So let's say we want to put that right there, which honestly doesn't really look that good, but let's just say you want to do that. And let's say we want to make this explosion like freaking huge and make it dominant, right? Make people like just want to see this stuff. Kind of bring it over to the corner there. Boom. All right, now let's say this is your thumbnail. Boom. Well, no. I decided I don't really like that nuclear logo. I think that looks stupid as crap, so I'm going to delete that. Look at that. It looks so much better now. And that's the other thing, guys, is that sometimes you're going to add something and you're like, man, I really want to keep this in my thumbnail. But sometimes it's just better to just delete it. Just going to make it look better, And like I said, guys, this is a really simple thumbnail, and I'm just trying to show you guys the basics. So this isn't even really a thumbnail that I would use, honestly, but I'm just showing you guys the possibilities on making thumbnails. So once again, I go to text, pop it, I change the font, make it different than my actual title font. Change the color to red because red's badass and it pops and everyone sees it whenever they're scrolling through YouTube videos. I make it big as crap so it's bigger than my title, so everyone's like, holy crap, man, this guy got a nuke. We got a nuclear explosion to our left. We got the ACR on our right-hand corner. We got the nuke in the middle to the right a bit, and then we got the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 title up front, and boom, people know what's going on. You don't even have to put it all out there, you can just say Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 nuke. They know what gun you're using. They know what they're going to see, right? So we're going to X out of this crap. Don't say it. Boom. Here we go. This is what I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys basically like if I was just making a thumbnail really quick. This is what I normally do, right? Go to File. We're going to go through this really quick. Go to File, New, blank file. This stuff is already saved, so who cares? I'm just going to type in Call of Duty video once again. Right? Everything is already preset. Okay. Boom. Perfect. Open. What I usually use is a universe background because I like the universe. It's cool. So I have that already saved on my computer. I go to universe. Don't worry about that. I don't know why I did that. Okay, here we go. Then I drag it over. Boom. Set it. Looks perfect. Beautiful. Exit out of that. Make sure keep everything cleaned up, Go to open. Let's say I'm making a Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. And I'm like, all right, cool. We got this title. I'm going to drag this over. Boom. Got the title. So now we have our background. We have our title within literally 20 seconds. Super easy, guys. Super, super easy. Now, I wanted to show you guys one more thing before I keep going with this thumbnail. I wanted to show you that you can change the color of anything. You can change the color of any object, any word, anything. And this is how you do it, okay? So let's say this Call of Duty, right, is black in a universe that also has a lot of blacks in it, so it doesn't look very good, right? It kind of looks cool, to be honest, but it also doesn't stand out very well because of the black in the universe, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to this paint bucket, okay? This paint bucket literally will paint anything, okay? It's awesome. So you're going to go to colors, and let's say we want to change the color to green, okay? So we're going to change both of these little things to green. Perfect. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the paint bucket and we're literally just going to go boop, 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 boop. Right? It's so easy, guys. It's so simple, man. Photoshop is awesome. You can literally, it is so creative. Like, you can just let your imagination go. You can change it to whatever the hell you want to, you know? So let's say, boom, I change it to blue. All right. You know, I'm going to change this other one to blue. I don't really know why I changed both of these to blue. I don't think you have to, but I just did it for, I don't know. So then, boom. See, now I'm changing the colors of the Infinite Warfare logo. Now let's say I want to change into a different color. Let's say, you know, I'm all about gay rights, which I am. I'm down for gay rights. And, you know, let's make this shit rainbow. Let's support gay rights, you know. I'll start making all kinds of weird colors and shit in the Infinite Warfare logo. Like I said, guys, your imagination can do whatever the hell you want to do. And that's what's so awesome about Photoshop. And that's what's so awesome about creating thumbnails on YouTube, is that you can just do whatever the hell you want. There's no boundaries, you know. It's awesome. And I'm going to show you how there's really literally no boundaries here in just a second. So let's say I do this. You know, we got our colors. Going to make this last one orange too. Boom. We've got our title. We're supporting gays. Dominant. I like it. The LGBTQ community all up in here in this Call of Duty thumbnail, okay? So I'm just going to show you guys. All right, so what I'm going to show you is, like, let's say you already have made a thumbnail before, right? And you have one saved on your computer. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to grab... Oh, here, one sec. I want to explain this really fast. So you can save in two different formats. You can save in a JPEG, or you can save in a PSD. The PSD is for Photoshop. The JPEG is for an actual thumbnail upload for YouTube, okay? So the JPEG is just going to be a picture, okay? There is no layers to it. As you can see, if you look on the right-hand corner, there's no layers. It's just literally a picture. I can't pick any of this up. It's literally just the picture, okay? There's no layers. I can't like grab stuff and drag it over if I want. Like, let's say I want to use that face again. I can't drag that face over to my new thumbnail because it's in JPEG format. So what you do is I'm going to show you guys how to save later on in the video. But you just click the PSD one. So now you have all your layers. You can individually pick up each one of these little things on your thumbnail. So let's say I want this crazy weird fat guy. I don't even know what this is from. It kind of disturbs me a bit, to be honest with you. I'm going to put that right there. Woohoo! I'm pissed because people don't support the LGBT community. That's what this video is about. And about the legendary karma for some reason, okay? Boom. I don't know, you know, I'm just showing you guys how you can literally, you know, with old thumbnails that you have, you can drag stuff from it. So let's say you're like, man, I really liked how I did that in that one thumbnail, and I want to use it in this thumbnail. If you kept it on your computer, you can just click that thumbnail and drag it over. Here's just another example. Let's say you want to paint this thing, and you're like, you know what, I want to make it orange. Boom. Boop. Boop. I'm going a bit quicker for you guys so you guys just see like how much different customization you can really do, right? So I'm going to make this whole guy orange. You know, it was black. I was like, you know what? I don't want black in a universe background. That ain't going to look good like the Call of Duty logo. So I'm going to make it orange to make it pop, right? So I'm popping, boom. I'm going to click the select thing. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to drag it to the thumbnail. I'm going to plop it down. Boom. We got our tips action going on. Now this thumbnail is really busy right now, and I probably would never make a thumbnail that looked like this, but who cares? I'm just showing you guys the possibilities, right? Go to File, All My Files. I'm going to scroll back down and see what we got going on here. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, here we go. I think we got my logo action. Yeah. I'm going to pick on my logo, right? So I'm going to grab my logo, PSD version, I guess. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. Actually, yeah, it don't matter. So you're just going to grab, here's my logo. Got my logo here. I'm going to boop. I'm going to plop it down. Let's say you want to make your, you know, your thumbnail look customized to you, right? So you want to have like your trademark on your thumbnail, right? So people know that it's CaveNinjas, you know? They don't have to look at the channel name. They already know it's CaveNinjas because you got your logo up in the right-hand corner on every single one of your thumbnails, right? Which I don't, but let's just say you wanted that, right? So you take your logo, and guys, just really quick on the logo, I had a graphic art designer create my logo that was going to college. You guys could easily do that too. Really, you just have to ask. I mean, just go ask someone that likes graphic art. They'll do it for you for really cheap, honestly. It's really easy to do graphic art. I just don't really, I could do it. I just didn't want to mess with it, so I just had a friend do it for me. But anyway, guys, I'm just showing you how crazy this could get. Let's say you wanted Chuck Norris in your thumbnail. You're like, all right, cool. I'm going to save Chuck Norris. Boom. Save that baby. All right, now, we're gonna save it. We're going to go back over to the program. Right? And this is all just fluent as crap. This thumbnail's getting crazy, right? We're going to open. We're going to go to all my files. We're going to see Chuck Norris right there. Beautiful. We're going to click Chuck Norris. All right, we don't want that white background. That's disgusting. So we're going to click on our little magic tool right there. We're going to go to add. Now, because it's a white background, it's going to add super fast. So I'm just going to go doot, doot, doot. It's going to add them real quick, right? Boom, 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 boom. Automatically does it for you. There's barely any work involved. It's fantastic. So we're going to make sure all that's added. Perfect. We're going to go to redefine edge. We're going to go to new layer. Remember that. New layer, new layer, new layer, right? Okay, we're going to click OK. Perfect. Now it's just Chuck Norris. We're going to click on our select tool. We're going to drag him over to our thumbnail. We're going to plop him down. Perfect. We're going to get him up front here. It's going to take me a second because I was being stupid. Okay, see, this is why you sometimes want to name your layers, because as you can see, it says like layer 1, layer 2, but that's actually not layer 1 or layer 2, and it gets really confusing. So sometimes you actually do want to like maybe label your your layers so you know what the hell's going on, but normally it really doesn't matter. So anyway, I finally got him up front. Okay, cool. He's in front of everything. All right, let's make him a bit bigger because I think he's cool, He's freaking Chuck Norris. So make him just a bit bigger here, Got to click that green check mark to okay it. All right, let's say you want him to have orange skin. This is what I'm saying, guys. You can literally do whatever the hell you want. You click on that bucket. You can make Chuck Norris orange if you want to. We've got some Donald Trump action going on up in here with Chuck Norris, right? You go to black. Let's say you want to make it. Let's say you want to make Chuck Norris black. I'm not racist at all. I'm just saying. Like, let's just say like you almost got some Van Gogh artistic value going on over here. Like seriously, it's dominant. You got some what's that movie called? Tropic Thunder action going on. With Robert Downey Jr. You know what I'm saying? If y'all seen that, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, that's cool. It don't matter. Anyway, guys, this is what I'm saying. There's so much you can do with Photoshop. It's just nuts, guys. It literally is nuts. You can do whatever the heck you want, and it's so easy. It is so easy once you figure it out. And if you guys don't understand everything that I'm doing in this video, then basically just watch it again, because honestly it's super simple once you get it. So I'm just kind of showing you guys. You can go to eLive, you can go to Quake, you can even go to Guided. They show you guys if you want to do even more insane customizable stuff, they show you how to do it. But just go to Expert if you're watching this video, because honestly I don't even feel like I'm an expert and it's super simple. So I'm going to just go through this one more time. We're going to go to File, Blank File, we're going to go to New, we're going to, boom, it's already preset, we're going to click OK. I just did some random letters because I'm just doing this real quick, I ain't going to save it. Alright, so we're going to go down, we're going to find the universe, or no, actually, okay, cool, we're going to grab this, right? So let's say you want to grab this, we're going to plop it over, we're going to plop it down onto our background, our already preset thumbnail. It's already preset, it's already measured for YouTube, it's already perfect. We're going to go to transform, we're going to go to skew, we're going to go to our size because it's a bit big, we're going to bring it down to size, right? We're going to bring it over, and boom, it looks like it's doing pretty well. We're going to check mark it. Perfect. We got our background, okay? Now let's say we want to talk about my accessory on my gun down there, that little zombie head. You see that right there? All right, let's say I want to highlight it. This ends up looking like total and complete crap, but it's okay. So let's say we got the red, right? We want to highlight that baby in red. So we're going to take our brush tool and we're gonna paint that around that thing, right? It looks terrible, I know. I would never do this for an actual thumbnail, but I'm just giving you guys, an example and getting you guys hyped to make thumbnails, right? So let's say you got that highlighted, sick. Now let's say you want to do some epic clickbait action. So you're like, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab an arrow. I already had one, because I'm a clickbait bastard. But you go on the internet, click. I just typed in arrow and this popped up, right? It's already preset. It was already preset when I found it for Photoshop, so I didn't even have to crop anything out, And let's say I want to change the color of it. I don't want it to be red. I want it to be green. You grab the bucket tool, you make that baby green. That's what's great about Photoshop. And what's great is that I ain't even speeding this up. It's this easy, guys. It's so simple to make custom thumbnails. You can make one in literally 5 minutes. Not kidding. That's usually how long it takes me to make a thumbnail, like 5 minutes, right? So let's say I don't want it to be pretty big, right? I don't want it to be this massive arrow. I don't want to be that much of a clickbait bastard, right? So I bring this arrow down. I'm like, hot dog, baby. Oh, no, never mind. I changed my mind. I want to be a clickbait bastard, right? I make that arrow big as hell. I rotate that baby here in just a bit to make that thing look even better. Let's say I make a title. Here we go. I'm going to make it pink because why not? Pink, green, red. We got all the colors up in this bitch. So here we go. I'm going to make it small, small at first so to make sure that it all fits on the screen so I know what I'm typing. Then, once I get it all down, epic dope shit in Call of Duty. Dope, couple explanation marks. Awesome. We're going to highlight it. We're going to change the size of that thing so it's bigger, okay? Now let's say, man, I want it to be that big, but it ain't fitting. Screw it. Just double click right there, click enter, boom, it brings it down for you. We're gonna click OK. We're gonna bring that right over here. I see that green arrow's in the way, so I'm gonna move it down a bit. I'm gonna twist it. Boom, there we go. Now it's all coming together. We've got that, that 1950s, style font that says epic dope shit in Call of Duty. We got our green arrow pointing at our zombie head. Everything is really starting to come together. It's really truly beautiful. So anyway, guys, let's. I don't even know what I do next in this video. I don't even think I do anything next. I think, oh, here we go. I'm going to show you guys how to save. So whenever you go to save as, okay, this is what you want to do. It's going to automatically save in PSD if you don't change anything on the screen. If you just click save, it's going to save in PSD, which means that all of the layers are still going to be there, okay? But whenever you actually want to upload it to YouTube as a thumbnail, you can't have it saved as PSD, okay? So first, let's save it as PSD, okay? We're going to save it as PSD, so just in case I want to use, you know, this thumbnail for something, you know, like an end video or something like that. All right, so next we're going to save it in JPEG. Don't worry about these exclamation marks. These exclamation marks, these like warning things, it's all just bullcrap. I don't even know why it does that. It literally doesn't matter. So just click save. Boom, this is all automatic. You don't have to change anything on this. You click OK, okay. Boom, click on OK, perfect. Now I'm going to exit out of these. I'm going to show you guys the difference between a PSD and a JPEG. Even though I'm pretty sure you guys are smart enough to understand, I'm just going to show you anyway, right? So go to all my files. I'm going to click on the JPEG one, right? The JPEG. I can't move any of this stuff. I can't move the title. I can't move the arrow. I can't move any of it because it's an actual picture now. It is a legit JPEG picture, okay? But then if I go to the PSD version, all of my layers are back. I can actually move and click on my stuff, right? And that's basically the difference between a JPEG and a PSD. And remember, you have to save it in a JPEG if you want to upload it to YouTube as a thumbnail because it needs to be one solid picture. It can't have all these layer action going on. It can't be an onion on YouTube, right? It's got to be, you know, what's not an onion? You know, it's got to be a fried green tomato, I guess. You know, whatever. Okay? And then, you know, boom, file, new. I'm just showing you guys again. File, new. It's already automatic. All my files. You know, you can go on YouTube or Google and you can save a bunch of pictures. Boom, universe, bringing it over. It's super simple. Gonna recenter, make sure it looks good. Gonna exit out of that, right? It's so easy, guys. I'm just doing this to really bring it. Boom, you can write, you can draw, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can put text, right? You just click the text box. It's so simple, guys. It's so simple. Let's say you want to add a gun or something. Let's say you're like, you know what, I want a gun in this bitch. It's going to be dope. You just scroll down. I already had a gun saved, the Volk. You just click that Volk picture. Perfect. I'm going to literally click the little magical tool right there. Boom. I'm just going to, boom, look how fast I'm highlighting this. It's already done. It did it for me that quick. Boom, redefine edge. Bang, new layer. Boom, it's perfect. There it is. Gonna click the select button. Gonna drag it over. Gonna bring it over to my thumbnail. Boom, got it. It's right there. It's perfect. It's golden. It's this easy, guys. It's this easy to make thumbnails. It's so, so easy. And I really, really hope that this tutorial actually helped you. So here in just a second, I'm gonna pull up what this looks like one more time, okay? So this is what this looks like, okay? It's Adobe Photoshop Elements 15. I was using 14 in this video, but it's Elements 15 is the same thing. It's just a bit different, but seriously, no big differences. Like, this video will help you. It's only $59.99 on Best Buy right now online, and it's always only $59.99. This is so cheap, guys, to make really good Photoshop thumbnails. And you can use Photoshop for all kinds of stuff. You want to, like, Photoshop you and your friends with Kobe Bryant, like I did one time, and put it on Facebook, you know? You can do all kinds of fun stuff with this thing, and it's so easy to use, guys. But that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that this actually helped you out, man. And I will see you guys tomorrow.